Good morning, everyone. Well, yesterday when I was making these tags, I got done and I thought, oh, I wonder if these would go with it, because I got these pretty little butterflies here, and it's a Prima paper, except for I can't remember what it's from. It's like from Peachy or Pink. I don't remember what it's called. But anyhow, I thought, oh, it'd be nice if that goes with it, but it seemed like these were too harsh of colors for it, and all the rest of them were, the same. So I decided I have to do one more in the pink, and I actually just laid out papers that I thought would look good with this. So I'm gonna do that, because this is one of the papers I had when I went through was it the florals? I think the florals, because I had this and that, or part of my scraps anyway. But it's like, I thought I want to be able to use this for something. So I thought I'm going to use these papers. So like this one here, I might have to cut it down some more, or cut it in half or whatever to take out that hangy hole. And so I'm going to do that with these and see what I can come up with. So I'm going to be doing just like I did the other day with the peach colored one, or the coral colors. So I'm going to pause while I cut these down and start on it, and I'll be right back to show you where I've gotten to and if it looks good with my goal here, these butterflies. Okay, I'm back. I have it done. Now I have to tell you, by the time I got to here, I was hunting scraps. So I actually, my collection obsession, I had cut a square out of it the other day when I used the back of it. So I did cut 2 strips out of here, and I still have a little piece left. The matting I put around Tegan's picture was this paper here, and so I cut a couple of strips out of that. And then I had a piece of this that was left over from when I cut out the flowers. This was on the back, so that was kind of difficult to get up, because it was like cut like this because of cutting out the little doily decoration. So I do have a strip up here that's probably maybe a 1/4 of an or an 1/8 of an inch. Well, it's an 1/8 of an inch over here, a little bit more over here. But I'm thinking if I put it on a piece of wood or some paper or something like that, I would cut it down a little bit. So I'm not going to worry about that. If I decide to, I'll just have, if I decide to use the whole thing and not trim it down at all, then I'll have to put a little pink on at that time. And by then I should have another color that looks good with this. But I love how this looks. It's so soft. There is some real pretty decorative parts. Now it says "for you" here, but I figured that would be covered up pretty quick. I have Alex here. She's my stand-in model. So, I mean, that would look really cute, with a 5x7, and I would have that "for you" covered up there. I mean, even if I brought it to one side with a little bit of a matting, you're not going to see it, way over here. Yeah, and I would never put anything quite to the edge of that. But I love how it turned out. And then, oh, and, I wanted it to match this. I did use some of those in here. And then I used another piece where you just see like a little bit of it, but you see that gold here. And then I have this one here. It's like a real soft pink in the background. And then it has the gold foil there too. So I really like that in here. I did use actually some plain white strips, and 3 of them, I think. And I really like how that looks. This was another little piece that was, actually it's the other side of this gingham here. And so this will look great with this, because I was wondering what to do with this. So I might just cut out the butterflies and, use this as my background. I just love it. Love the color of it. Okay, and so also I had pulled out some strips, these here, that I thought maybe I would make a base page with. And so I'm gonna do that. Actually I have 2 of these that I had pulled out. So these are the ones I have put aside for it, but I think I might just use one of the plaids. So here's my other paper for that. Oh, and now I have these laying on top of it, and it's like, wow, that looks pretty too. So, but here's what I'm thinking. I have this, and I think it's Simple Stories. And I actually bought it and cut out a bunch of the cameras because I thought they'd be really cute to use. But this, I thought I wasn't going to cut them all. I cut out plenty because, you know, I've cut out at least 1/3 of the paper or more. So I'm going to tear this. Oh, and for some reason, my left hand is my tear hand. I didn't even think about it until it's like one day I was trying to do it the other way, and it's like, nope, it's not working. So I'm gonna try to keep, I kind of go back and forth because I got a real straight line because of that grid. But I thought it'd be pretty torn. Okay, and you know, I can punch this out too and use that. Okay, I thought I would just line this up over here. I'll have a big white space here, but you know, if I decide to later, I can always tuck something in it. Oh, and there's a spot on my page. That's what happens if you keep them too long and don't use them, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. I don't want to tape it too close to the edge, just because if I want to do some tucking, okay, and I want to use this. I think that's just such a pretty piece of paper. You really can't tell which direction it goes until you see the butterfly, so I definitely want that up here. I have this piece here that I thought would be real pretty layered onto here. And I do have this if I decide I want to use it. It looks great with this. This actually matches the paper better than this, but it's not bad. I mean, it's not like it bothers me. Okay, so I could put that on there. And this. And this. This was my plan. And I thought I would put another one of these down here. And this one is just a little bit darker and has some writing on it. And the writing goes this way, so I thought that would be good there. And then I did think maybe taking this out, but maybe I'd leave it there. And then I have this little piece that's written on. And this text goes this way, and since I want it right here, I would put it this way. And I think that's real pretty. So I think I'll do the whole thing. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Now do I want, maybe I'll kind of weave it. So this piece I'll put down first. Okay, and then I'll do this piece. And you know what? That's actually longer than a 12 by 12. Huh. I just pulled this paper out. I'm sure it's Well, this might not be quite a 12 by 12. I don't know. It's Hobby Lobby paper. Who knows? Who knows? It might not be perfect. You know, once it gets in the oven, you'll never know if one's a little shorter than the other. But I will trim it down since my paper is going over it. Okay, and I'm just lining it up with my ledger paper. Okay, and then I'm going to put this over this. Oh, wrong one. I'm putting the words horizontal, so I'm putting this straight up and down. Okay, I think that's really pretty. This is that Smitten, who's it by? I think it's Photoplay. Okay, maybe I'll leave, no, I think I'll butt it right up against it. You know, it's what I've been doing all for 3 days, so. So that's what I want to do now, I guess. Okay, so the other one is going to go over top of this. I'm just wondering if I want to tape that or glue it. I'm just going to run a little tape there. You know, for Ginger's hop that we do the what do I want to say? The base pages. I can't think and do this at the same time, I guess. It's like I'm gonna have plenty. I think she says if you could do 20, and I think I made 30 just because I thought, what if I just can't? Well, it was my first time making base pages, so I was kind of, I have to say, I was terrified that I just wouldn't be able to use them. But I loved it. And you know what? Janet always says, don't make them out of what you don't love. I mean, because then you definitely are not going to use them. And yeah, I made 30 or 40. I don't remember how many I made. I think I made 30. I think I made 10 extra. But I had no problem using them at all. I loved it. And I just could not figure out I could do it. Me and my friend would talk about it, and she's like, nope, I can't do it. It's like, but I really loved it. Okay, so I've got like a little weave going on here. And then I'll glue that down better after I'm all done. And this one I'm gonna put up against. Now this one, there is a space in between, but I think it was just easier to get that in there, so I'm good with leaving it like that. And because this doesn't have to be the same as this. Okay, and then I'm gonna put this one here. This is one of those papers I didn't know whether to put it into pink or blue. But I do like a pattern, you know that. I mean, I would do pattern after pattern after pattern with no, nothing solid at all, because I do love patterns. Okay, and then I have this piece here, and I do have it going the right way. Okay, and I'm gonna put that there. I almost want to leave it because I'm thinking if I stick a picture, would I want to tuck it in? Probably not. I rarely took a picture in. I don't like to tuck flowers in either, unless I can tuck it so little that that you can still see the good shape of the flower. Because I'm thinking if it's an arrangement, you're going to see the whole arrangement. I'm so weird about certain things. It's like, this is the way it's got to be. Okay, so yeah, if I put something up here, I would just do that. And I might even put it over it, you know, and have embellishments here and here. Or I might even have her over here more. Definitely is going to be her because we got all this pink. And so I will trim this off and this off. And I will have another base page. And you know, eventually I might, I'm just pulling something that doesn't match, but you know, I might want to layer more things here just so that I don't have a big white spot, because I might not want that big of space. But or I might, you know, have a picture like, or horizontal picture and put it on something like this, because I mean, look at that, that's gorgeous. So I mean, I got a half an ocean just to throw this in here, but I won't because it's my collection obsession. I might be using it. But I mean, I could do this. It would look great. I've totally covered that up now, but so I'd probably, you know, bring it over here a little bit more because I like to see that. Or if I had two different pictures, I mean, I could have probably not 5x7s. I mean, I could do 5x7s, but then I would be covering it more. But 4x6 should be real easy to get two on here. So that's it for today. Thank you for joining me. Let me know if you're gonna, I have had some people that they said they're gonna try using their strips, that they've been collecting strips and not using them. So let me know if you're gonna do that. I'd be really interested to hear it. I'll tell you, ever since, you know, I was just trying to find different ways to do it, and then I did those diagonal ones, and I did do some square ones, but I don't even know what I did with them. I did have them out here. I've got glue sticking out. It's really bothering me. The things that bother me and the things that don't. Okay, so thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful and blessed day. I'll have close-ups of my two papers at the end. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.